Getting access to the Canva API requires the enterprise plan subscription. That is anywhere from $2,000 to $30,000 per year. That is literally very expensive, right? That is why in this video, I'm going to show you a much more affordable and a powerful alternative tool called Placid.app. I'll show you exactly how you can use Placid for your image creation process with both n8n and Make.com. And yeah, this platform works with videos as well. So without any further delay, let's get started. All right, so this is basically the app that I was talking about, which is Placid.app. So first you gotta get an account on this platform. So if you don't have an account, you can use the link down in the description to create an account on this. And once you have the account created, this is how the interface is gonna look. And you could just create a new project. So I'm just gonna say this YouTube demo, and you could just enable like whatever you're using. So I think in our case, these three would be fine. The APIs, Make and n8n. So if you want Zapier, select Zapier. If you want Airtable, you can just go ahead and select that. So I'll say create project. They could also select everything. It doesn't matter. And once you create the project, now you just got to create a template. So right now I'm in the free trial. So you can just create a template. So the next step is going to be that you can either create a template yourself, whatever template you want. I'm sure you might have some templates already designed within Canva. So what you can do is ask your designer, graphic designer to do that same exact template within this platform. I'm sure any graphic designer who knows what he does could be able to design the exact same thing on this platform. So you can ask your designer to create one for you. So yeah, that is going to be the next step. You should ask your designer to create that exact same template. So you could say create template, and you could see at the bottom, okay, I'll go to custom and I'll just say feet square, and I'll create. You can also adjust the width and height. So I'm just going to create this dummy one. So this is empty. So what you can do is add text and all these and create yourself a template, which is going to be the job of your graphic designer. But if you decide to do it yourself, good luck figuring it out. So you could get yourself a template. So for now, I'll just select some random beautiful template from here for the purpose of this video. So okay, I'll go with this one, click on this, and I'll say create. Now I should have this template created. So we've got this template created. So you can see each one are over here as layers. So even while you're creating the template, you just got to do it as each one as a layers. That's how you'd be able to do it. So it's like any other graphic designing tool, whether it is Photoshop or Canva, it is all going to be the same with different layers. And we're going to be able to replace these layers in our automation with whatever value that we. So for example, let's say we want to replace this image photo left top or photo left bottom or photo right, we can replace with the image links that we'd be giving it. So this is how this template is created. So now let us hop into our automation. So firstly, if you're using an n8n self-hosted version, in that case you can use the community. Okay, never mind. Let me go back. So I'll go to integrations. So here I can see Make.com n8n. So first I'll explain n8n, and at last I'll go to Make.com, because Make.com, it is literally very easy. I don't even think if it is worth explaining for Make.com. So first let us get started with n8n. So I'm gonna click on connect n8n node. So over here it says install our n8n node. So now we got to keep in mind that this works only if your n8n instance is self-hosted. So if you're using a cloud-based n8n instance, this is not going to work, because that cloud-based n8n instance does not support community nodes. That is only supported on self-hosted versions. So right now I'll just pause on this specific, n8n node and just tell the method that works for any instance, because we'd be using a HTTP API request. So we'll not be needing the n8n node, which is supported only on the self-hosted instance. So I'll go back. Now I'll go to n8n. So I've got this scenario created already. So I did set up the API connection. So I'll show you all exactly how to do that. So first, okay, I'll just create a new HTTP request. Now what you got to do is, so this is basically the documentation of Placid.app. So I just took the main link from here, so which is already added here. So I'll just copy it from this one right here. I'm just showing you all how to do that. So I'll click on this one, paste it. So over here, so this is basically the endpoint that we're calling. So here, this specific ID that I've selected, this one exactly that I've selected, you got to replace that with, whatever is the template ID of yours. So where you can find your template ID is you can go back to your template. So I think it is going to be, it's this one, real estate. So here you can see this one is basically the ID, your template ID. So I copied this, go back to my n8n, and then replace it with this one. So I've put in this ID right here. And then what we got to do is go back here. So let's say that we are replacing this image. So I gotta use the name of this image. It is called photo left top, and we gotta mention the properties, whether it is an image or text or whatever it is. So here it is gonna be an image. So you can see this in the documentation. They've got like different properties like shown over here. They've got a width, height, text color, and the image. All these can be edited by using the API. So yeah, now coming back. So now coming back here. So here I'll say, what is this called? Photo left top. I'm just copying this one. Going back in the title, I'm going to paste this one, photo left top. And for the property, I'm going to say this is an image. So here is the property values that you can see in the documentation. So we got to say it as, if it is a photo or an image, you got to say it like this, image, exactly. So I've set image, the property, and then I'll put in some random image link inside this, which I'll come back later. So this is how basically you got to send in the endpoint. This is how you got to do. And the most important thing that I think I should have explained first is how to authenticate the API. The authentication is very simple. You just got to go, let me check in it previously. So I've got headers. So I just got to say authorization and bearer and the API. So I've said, so I'll say send headers, put an authorization. Maybe I can put it type bearer base. And now you're going to put in the API. So where you can find the API key is, let me go back to Placid. I'll go back to my project and you could see API tokens. You just got to click on here and you could see private token. You just got to copy this one and go back here. Now I'll just paste it here. That is it. Now our API is authenticated. So now let me try to make a request. So instead of putting the values at the top over here, you can also put it under send query params, which is going to make it look much more cleaner, because if you're replacing a lot of values, it isn't going to look clean to put everything at the top with the main URL link, right? So I'll say photo left top image, and maybe I could give it some random image URL. I'll say copy image address, go back here. So this is something that I already had. I'll move this one out, connect it. So I'll say run once. So you could see that. So I try to replace only the photo left top and the template. So I've actually replaced this image. So if you don't replace anything, it would just take whatever is there by default. Let's say you've not given like an image that you'd like to replace for this. It is just going to use like whatever is present within that. So it's just going to take the default value. So now what I'll do is I'll go get some copyright free real estate images. I'll just try to put all the 3 images. So first image, I'm just going to take, okay, I'll take this one. It looks good. Copy image address, go back to n8n. So I'm going to put this as this specific part, and now going back to the template, what is the second image called? It's called photo left bottom. So I'll say edit, copy this, go back here, add parameter, and I just got to give the property as image. Now I'll just take a different link. Okay, this image looks good. Oh, no. Copy image address, go back, paste it here. Now add parameter, and now the third image is gonna be, so that you see how the third image ratio is. So you could take an image that is suiting this specific aspect ratio, but you know, in our case, I'll just put some random image, doesn't matter. So it's called photo right, copy, go back here, I'll say photo right, and the properties again image. So I'll find a photo for this one. This looks pretty good. Copy image address, go back here, paste in the link. And so I've now replaced all these three images. So now let's just see how this output is going to look. So I've got the output now. You see, it is replaced with all of the images that I've just given. So now if you want to replace the text, for example, going back here, this is called as the title. So now the title, I'll select the name is called the title. So I can go back here. I can say add parameter. So it's going to be title, and the property is going to be a text. And value is going to be new house. This is the best title that I can come up with. And now let's say that I want to change some, let's say like the color or the position. So I'll try to change not the border, but how do I change the color? Oh yeah, here it is. So here I'm just gonna say, I think the property is called color, and now I can just enter the color code, I guess. So I'll go back to the API documentation and see how it is given. So I think here it is called background color, or okay, it's called text color. Say it's called text color. So you shouldn't pick from how it is given over here. You gotta check and refer this documentation, which I'll leave a link down in the description, or you could find in the resource. You could go here and then get the value of the property. So now I've set that, the text value as new house, which is obvious it is going to change as new house. Now I'm just going to try to change the color for that. So now I've put the text color. Oh, sorry, that is the property. So first I got to say title. So I want to change the text color of the title. So I've put the title, and then I've said the property is going to be the text color. And in the values, what color could I select? Okay, I'll just try to select red. So this is basically the code for this color. I put that code over here. Now I'm just gonna go back and say run once. It's gonna take a while because we've almost replaced everything, right? You see, I've got new house with my red color that I've just selected and given. So if you want to replace this address, what is this? This is the date, I guess. Yeah, this is called the date. This is called the location. This is literally how you do it for every single thing. So you just select the name, the layer. You just got to select the name of the layer and then say what property you want to change, whether the background color or the text color, whatever it is, right? So for images, there are different properties going to be there for images, like the opacity and all that. So you could feel free to check that out over here and then adjust based on however you need it. But I'm sure you wouldn't need so much of these properties. The basic ones would just be the color, the image, and text. This is mostly that the majority of the people would need. So yeah, I could check here and then add it accordingly. I mean, that is it. I mean, I've got nothing more to say. So this is how you do it basically. Now you see that we're getting the outputs. We were able to download that from, where's n8n? Yeah, we were able to get that from here. So now you can add it like an upload to Drive or send a WhatsApp message, send like however you want it, right? So I've given the idea on how you can use the API. So you just got to authorize the API, put in this over here. You just got to put in the ID of your template, and then you just got to copy your API key and put it over here. So when it comes to the API key, you just got to, so I'm sure you might have like multiple projects. So let me go back. So in Placid, I've got like 2 projects. So each project is going to be the API. Each project is going to have like their own API keys. So in our case, we created YouTube demo. I just got to go to YouTube demo and I got to get the API token from here. You get me? So you just got to get in from here and then just put it over here. I think I've already said that. So just get it from the required project. Yeah, got to put it here. So I'm sure I've covered the required topics for using the API request. So if you're using like a cloud-based n8n instance, so this is literally all the information that you might need to get started on this. So next part of this video, which is right now, I'm going to be explaining how to use the, how to connect the community node to n8n. So I've not really used that much, but I'm just going to give it a try. So for that, I just got to go to settings and you can see community nodes and I'll say install. So make sure you check this one. So you just gotta type n8n/nodes-placid. I'll say install. So package install. So we just got this one installed. So let me go back to my. So now I'll try to search for the Placid. So I'll say create an image from the template, which is what we wanted. So I'll say create credentials. So now you again gotta go and get that API key from here. So you just gotta copy this under API token. You can find this, copy it, come back here, paste it, say credentials connected successfully. So that is it. So now again, you have this option to do everything again. So you could select images, PDF or template, and then you can, play around with it. This could seem a bit easier if you're doing it, if you happen to have like a self-hosted version. So you could select like, I'll go to Placid. So you've got all of these options. So I think what we did previously was just create an image from a template. So right now I'll just proceed with that one, which I've already have selected. This is not create an image from template. Let me select that. Create an image from a template. So this is the right one. So you can see create and it shows the list of templates that we've got created. So you see real estate college. So it just shows based on the template that we've created over here. So if how many other templates you create here would just get reflected over there. So I can select real estate and now I'll just say simple, or you can use JSON to give in the inputs. And now we'll have the option to choose all the layers. So every single layer is just shown by default over here. So if it is photo right, you can just enter the value and it also shows the different properties, which makes it a bit easier, right? So you see it shows all the properties. So now I can get rid of this one. So for photo left top, I'm using this link. So I'll say photo left top and put in this link. And the property is gonna be, I guess that is gonna be the browse frame image URL. So I'll give in this, put in the link for that. I'll just give it a test. I'll just run and lead this for now to see how this works. Right, I've got the output. Let me see how it's come out. Okay, so is it this? Oh yeah, it has used the link that I've given. So that is it. So now you can say choose. And again, you can say what is going to be the next. I mean, I think I don't have to explain that. You get it right. So you can just select. So if you're putting in the link, you can pick your image URL. You just got to select that. And after that, put in the link for that. And it's just going to work. So similarly, like whatever properties you want to edit, you can just select that and then just change it. So this is how you do it using the Placid app, but fortunately this is not supported on the cloud-based n8n instance. That is why I've explained the previous method that works both in cloud-based and self-hosted version. It works literally anywhere as long as you're able to make a HTTP request, right? So this is how it is done. So yeah, so I think I don't have to explain that. So also this app has an option to work with videos as well. So where's Placid, and you can see that create a video from a template. So you can create a template for that. It is exactly the same. So I think it could also be used as a better alternative to platforms like Create-O-Mate or JSON to video and all those platforms. So here are the videos you can see. So yeah, I mean this is how you do it for cloud-based and self-hosted version. So I mean this is all I gotta say for how you can use it using the API and use the HTTP. I mean use the Placid app. So you can work with videos, you could work with PDFs, images, and yeah, so these three are supported over here. So the next main so this is the end of n8n and how things work on n8n, and the next one is going to be make.com. So I'm here in Make. So I just got to search for Placid. So Make already has Placid. So I think I could just say create an image from a template again. And I see that the connection is already set up. I'll add a new one. I'll say test. Well, I got to go back here again, go to API tokens, get in my API key and go back to Make, paste it, save. And now you should be able to see the templates, which is Real Estate College. That is exactly the same on Make.com as well. So you see, it is exactly the same. Now you can see the photo right. You can just put in the image URL right here. You can put in the image URL right here. And all of that is just going to get changed. I mean, I think this is not even worth explaining because it's very straightforward, right? You just got to put in the image link here, link here, link here, and all that. So you also have the option, you see, under advanced settings to change some other properties as well, I believe. So I mean, that is it. So Make.com also supports image, PDF, and videos, you see. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, so I think that is it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for taking your time and checking into this. So please do let me know if you've got any doubt. Happy to answer all of them. And let me know if I should make a separate video dedicated to working with videos. Now we saw images, but when it comes to working with videos, video templates and changing and doing all that, which is similar to images. And please let me know if I should make a separate video to work with, autofill feature to work with videos. So right now we worked images. So if you want a separate video to work with videos, please let me know and I'm happy to make them for you. So, and that's it for this video, guys. And let me know if I should make a separate video for dedicated for videos and PDFs also. So yeah, so once again, thank you so much for checking into this, and please let me know if you've got any doubts, and see you all in the next one. Cheers.